What's going on, my friends? Welcome to episode 105 of the Again+Yanks podcast, where we talk everything New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, national, and international sports. Hosted by yours truly, Andrew Benintendi, joined us around by Cunningham, Reich, Marcellus, Murdock, and Sam Morell. You can listen to the podcast right now on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and wherever you get your podcasts. And you watch this podcast right now on YouTube. Also, show us on social media at Again+Yanks. With all that said, it's time to get your game on. Yo, Michael, please don't ever do that again.
Jesus, my God, Mike, I'm already half deaf. Please don't make me blind as well.
Yo, what's wrong with doing a crotch chop? I say it's suck it to our haters.
Oh yeah, and for our viewers that don't know, this was our third attempt recording that intro because, god damn it, we can't fucking get our own intro right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially retarded.
Without one of these guys that doing something stupid.
First of all, to Grassani, you can kiss my black ass. 2, Alex is a cracker. We don't like white people.
Mike, we can only see your mouth.
You can see my beard. That's all y'all get.
Mike,
Michael, shut up. I'll beat you in baseball anytime.
Adam, only thing you can beat me is being a crybaby, but that's it.
Are you sure?
Mike.
Do you want me to tell him?
No,
It's
Mike,
just, if any of you want to play me in baseball, just a little more too. I was playing with my dad today, and I just want to show you one thing. Look at this baseball that I hit. Just take a look.
How fast was it thrown?
Right there. See that dent?
Okay, so how fast was it thrown though?
Well, my dad was pitching, so.
Yeah, exactly.
No wonder you suck.
Tell me when you can, Adam. Tell me when you can hit like 80-mile-per-hour balls. Then we can start talking.
Well, Michael Sarah can't hit my pitching, so.
Adam, Mike can't hit off the fucking tee. You think it's accomplishment beating him in baseball?
Well, I can all kick
that. You know what, Sam? You make a good point.
Alex, I know you ain't talking. I was nice in baseball in my earlier days, but I don't play baseball. I'm a basketball player. Let's be real. And I'll cook all y'all in basketball. You say, I already beat Alex all my life. I already beat Adam. Didn't I just beat the guy's ass online on our podcast a few months ago?
We are talking about baseball, not basketball.
Now we're gonna talk about basketball. We're gonna talk about being G's over here.
Well, I mean,
until
Mike,
you gotta beat him, man. You gotta beat
Mike,
him, and
Mike,
you guys haven't beat
Mike.
shit.
Once again, we can just see your mouth.
And I can see your hairline going bad, just like mine. So be quiet.
Oh my God.
Don't play with the king. Don't come at the king. You ain't ready for no smoke. You feel me? Y'all ain't ready for the smoke. Don't come at the king. You feel me?
Okay.
damn, Alex, you really set you up the Stephen A. hairline.
Right? He got that Michael Blackson headline. Oh, your mother suckers. Look at, I'm in the captain now.
Saying you have the Oompa Loompa special.
Yo, Sam is so black. Yo, Sam is white, so black. I thought he was African. Let me stop before we get kicked off.
Okay, yeah. So
we're on the show today.
We're so happy that way. We're so happy to welcome back to the show. After a couple episodes off, he was vacationing in Miami. Marcellus, welcome back to the show, bud.
Thank you, guys. Glad to be back.
I find it weird, Marcellus, as it's going to transition to our opening segment of the show. I find it weird how for the previous episodes, you obviously were vacation in Miami, so you had an excuse. Now all of a sudden, the Mets with the Yankees. Now is when you come back on the show. I see how it is, buddy. I see how it is.
That's right.
You ain't slick.
I think it's good.
Bring the brooms out.
You guys are in second place. I don't want to hear shit.
Bring the brooms out, man. And my boys making moves too.
I mean, We'll talk about the game against the Royals later today. We're gonna talk about like Sam's. We're gonna talk about the big trade Yankees made later on. But we'll start off with a recap of the Subway Series. And as the saying, like obviously Marcellus are gonna give you a chance to talk about from the Mets perspective. But I was talking about from like both the Yankees perspective as like an all around perspective. I'm not gonna lie, the Mets did send a message to the Yankees at this game. Now you can make the argument, the Yankees they clearly weren't 100%. You know, Stanton's been hurt. They clearly didn't have the best pitchers available. Who the Yankees have they had John Montgomery and Domingo the Donkey Armand pitching for them. So obviously the pitching matchup was less than favorable. So the Yankees clearly weren't 100%. But you know what? The Mets still went on swept though. They still managed to go out and win both games. And that's the thing. If the Yankees fans were gonna use that excuse, we clearly weren't 100%. What if the 2 games against Yankee Stadium, the Yankees sweep the Mets, they win both games against the Mets, but the Mets still have Scherzer or DeGrom on the mound. What are you gonna say then? So you can't really use that as just the Mets were a better team this series, and they really did. The Mets, they are one of the best teams in Major League Baseball. Then at the Mets and the Yankees face each other in the World Series, it's not a lock that the Yankees would beat the Mets in the World Series. The Mets have a chance. This Mets team is good enough to win the World Series. Is what I'm saying.
I'm just gonna say this right now.
Yeah.
The Mets are a better team than the Yankees. They just are. This season, they are the better team. They are the more superior team. And this season, I'm going to say it just because the Yankees again failed me. The Mets are right now the team in New York, I feel like.
You feel like they're right now the better team?
They're the New York team right now. The Mets are right now New York's team.
You don't hear that every day either.
I thought you called the Yankees.
Glad you said that.
Just the pinstripes. I thought they were pinstripes. I thought they weren't Yankees anymore to you.
I feel I really feel like Sam here is the most negative Yankees fan I've ever met.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I meant the Aaron Judge led team. Yeah.
They were literally the Aaron Judge led team against the Royals. That was literally when you said they were the Aaron Judge team. That was literally an Aaron Judge win. The entire lineup stinks, you know. The entire lineup can't hit, and then you get to the bottom line, and boom, Aaron Judge walks it off. Third walk-off homer of the season, which we've said all we could about Aaron Judge and how special he is.
The Aaron Judge led team is really good because of Aaron Judge.
And even then, you look at what Scherzer did to Aaron Judge that game. He struck him out 3 times. He owned Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge couldn't touch Max Scherzer. The Yankees players couldn't touch Max Scherzer. So that is my concern with this team. As we edge closer to the postseason, that's my big concern with this team is can this lineup hit quality pitching? We all understand. We all know that that in the postseason pitching has an edge. Pitching has an advantage. So will this lineup be able to solve the best pitchers of baseball? Will this lineup be able to solve a Justin Verlander? Will this lineup be able to solve a Max Scherzer or a Jacob DeGrom? Right now, whoever if the Yankees face the Dodgers in the World Series, a Clayton Kershaw, Walker Buehler, or a guy like that.
Adam. I think the Yankees aren't even going to make it out of the first round.
They're not even going to make it out of the first round. Wow.
Because it's just, I feel like this lineup's really, really overrated. It's just not good. It's not good, man.
I'm pretty sure they lead all of Major League Baseball as runs scored. It's easy to say that right now, Sam, because they've been struggling. But But you look at like what they've done all season. Like here's the Sam. I'm gonna roast Sam. Sam, I think you're too used to looking at. I think you're too used to looking at baseball from like a basketball fan perspective. Like for example, like in basketball, like if like you're never gonna see like for example like the Golden State Warriors from a couple of years like when they were on a dynasty, you never really saw them like go on like a real like really rough stretches, you know. Like the Miami Heat back in the day, you never really saw them on rough stretches. Baseball's a different sport. In baseball, the best teams go through rough stretches. The best teams go for a stretch. You mentioned you raved about the Houston Astros, right? You raved about, oh my god, how good are Houston Astros? Yankees have no chance against the Astros. You know what happened to the Astros recently? They got swept by the Oakland Athletics, the worst team in baseball, and they got swept. But no one's freaking out. But no one's freaking out about the. Oh my god, the Athletics. They're so overrated. They're so overrated. Like,
you know why, so Adam?
No one's freaking out about them.
Adam, you know why though? It's because that type of series doesn't matter. It really doesn't. In the grand scheme of things, it's not going to matter. You're not going to see the Oakland Athletics in the playoffs. You may see an Astros versus Yankees series. You may see a Yankees versus Mets series. You may see all those other series with the Yankees. And right now, the Yankees against the best teams, or like some of the top teams, they're just not performing. It's like, yeah, the Yankees can beat up on the bottom of the lineup. But what about the top? What can the Yankees do at the top of the lineup? And if you bring up the Angels, I'm going to laugh at you because the Angels are terrible now again. The Angels were good.
I'm not that dumb.
Because the Angels started off real strong and now they're terrible again. But even
Guys, let me explain something. Hold up, Sam Boogie.
No, Michael, let Sam finish, then you can go.
Let the black man talk.
So I'm just going to finish with this.
All joking aside, my fault, Sam. I'll let you go.
This is what I'm going to finish off with, Adam. For me, it doesn't matter if you lose to the bottom of the barrel. It matters if you lose to the top of the barrel. If the Yankees were to lose to the Oakland Athletics, I wouldn't care so much. Because it's an easy team. You're probably going to go late. But against the Houston Astros, against the Mets, I know they were trying their hardest. And they got their ass kicked. That's what I'm trying to say.
But I say you could flip that narrative around. Like you say, oh, the Yankees struggled in the regular season this year against the Astros. Well, last year, you could flip that around and say last year, the Yankees whooped the Astros bust in the regular season. I believe they were 5-2 against the Astros in the regular season, or 4-2 and something like that. So you can flip that around. Like last year, the Yankees whooped the Astros butt, and where that lead them, that took from nowhere. So just because the Astros owned the Yankees in the regular season, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen in the postseason.
Yeah, but here's the difference with that situation, Adam, as well. What were the Yankees? A wild card team. Yeah. This year, the Yankees have title contender status, but so do the Astros. If this was where it's like last year they had title contending thing, then yeah, I would give you that point. But the Yankees last year were a middle pack team at best. So let's not try to make it like it's the same thing right now. Like last year, they were a middle pack team. This year, they're a title contender. At least in some people's eyes, they're a title contender. So that's why it's way more different.
All right, Michael, sorry for the wait. You can go, buddy.
About bloody time. All seriousness. Watching the diary. Here's the thing about the Yankees. You can't ride them out. You can't. It's just un-American. There's some things you have something to worry about. Death, taxes, and the Yankees making the playoffs. But however, here's what they could do in that postseason could really piss me off. Here's a question. Judge is a free agent at the end of the season. We signed him for a 1-year deal. But however, we lose him, we're screwed. I just don't know how we always screw up. We play great at the beginning, and then in the middle of the season, we play terrible. At the end of the season, we play well. But however, I agree with Sam on one part. How can they beat the Astros in October? Because the Astros have had on them for the last 4 years. They had it. But however, that was when they were cheating. Michael Jordan said this best, boys. Talk to me when the score is 0-0 beginning of the game without cheating. Then we could talk. Now I'm done.
I'm so happy you brought up Michael Jordan here because I can't believe people are gonna call me blasphemous for comparing Aaron Judge to Michael Jordan. I know that talent-wise they're not like they're on the same stratosphere, but I'm comparing them to them. I'm comparing this as let's see if this makes sense, Sam. Let's see if it makes sense, Sam. Remember back in the day before Jordan became Jordan, he got bullied he got beaten over and over again by the Detroit Pistons. Like he couldn't beat him. Like the Bulls could not, the Michael Jordan Bulls could not beat the Pistons. Like if they tried to save their lives, the bad boys just brutalized the Bulls. And then what happened afterward? Eventually Jordan finally gets over. He finally beats Pistons, and he went on to become a legend. This Yankees team right now, they could very easily do the same thing. Like you look at the Astros. Like they beat them in 2015. They beat them in 2017. They beat them in 2019. So this could be a story where maybe like if obviously they have to get there first. We're looking way far ahead. But this could be a series where the Yankees finally decided to change that. I'll let me make this one point. Then I'll let you go, Sam. It's the whole teams are they're a choking team narrative that could change quick as another. I'm bringing up this example, again, I know y'all aren't big hockey fans, but the Tampa Bay Lightning, for years they were known as a team that couldn't get done, in the playoffs. And remember, the year they set the all-time points record, they got swept by the Columbus Blue Jackets. It was embarrassing. And then what happened after that? They won 2 straight Stanley Cups. So I feel like you rang the Yankees team up as that. Oh, they're gonna choke in the playoffs. I think you're being a little bit unfair.
For those that don't know, I just left and just came back.
What?
Because the blasphemy I just heard. Jesus Christ.
What blasphemy? What blasphemy did I just hear? What did I say that was blasphemous?
You just compared this team to the Jordan Bulls that were winning.
I was talking about the Jordan Bulls before they won all those championships, when they were getting walled by the Pistons.
I can see where he's coming from with the storyline, but I don't say you can't compare Michael Jordan.
I'm not saying the Aaron Judge Yankees aren't anywhere close to Michael Jordan Bulls. I'm not saying that.
Well, but
if you thought I was saying that, then you're wrong. What I'm saying is that eventually it takes a while for teams teams to get over the hump.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
I quit because now you all let everybody talk, but you damn.
Go. I'm giving you the floor here. Go.
Shut the hell up. Two, I first of all, I agree with the motive you said on the Bulls. Basically, had the Pistons and the Bulls numbers. But however, the Yankees already won championships, right? That's the only thing I disagree with that the Yankees won the championship before the Astros became the king of the American League.
Yeah, plus Adam, the Yankees are not even in the same stratosphere as the Jordan Bulls. These Yankees are not even in the same stratosphere as those Bulls teams. I get
Never said they were, but okay.
No. Adam, when I left, you know what you said? You said I could see this Yankees team winning just like they did, just like the Bulls did, because they lost in 2015 and 2016 and 2017 and 2018. And I'm letting you know, that ain't happening, buddy. That ain't happening. Truly, I want it to happen really bad. This Aaron Judge led team winning that.
Guys, I'm gonna start saying this on record. I don't think Aaron Judge could lead a team to the championship. I just can't see it. I'm a Yankee fan. I love Aaron Judge. I think he needs to. I think he's a good.
You think he can't lead a team to a championship?
I think he's a second option at best. That's just me. I gave up on Aaron Judge. I
kind of just do. Mike, I'm in the same boat as you. Mike, I'm gonna say something. I want to say something else, Adam.
Cunningham! You just said Aaron Judge was a second option at best.
Adam, I'm worse. Adam, I'm worse. Adam, I'm letting you know I'm worse. I was about to say Aaron Judge can only be the third option on a team. He can't be the second or first.
Option. I said second.
Third option? Oh my God, my co-host on
Adam, I gave up on Aaron Judge. I gave up. I'd rather have.
They just hit a walk-up home run. They're saying championship team.
Adam?
Yeah, Aaron Judge can only be the third option on a championship.
He has to be a second or third option.
He's not a
I'd rather have
Ohtani,
Trout.
Yeah, Ohtani and Trout. How good are they doing?
Ohtani is still the best player in the MLB. The hell?
And what happened? The Angels still stink.
I'd rather have Ohtani with Judge.
Oh, yeah. If you want to say, you'd rather have Ohtani, if you want to say Ohtani's better playing than Judge, I agree.
Ohtani is better than Judge.
Judge is still, like, right now, at worst, a top 10 player in the sport. I would say a year ago, I would have said Judge was the best player in baseball.
And then, hell, he's not even the best player on his team.
Who's better on the Yankees? Who's better?
Overall player, Garrett Cole. I'll say Garrett Cole is better than Aaron Judge.
Well, it's hard to compare to because one's a pitcher and one's a hitter.
You said the best player. I said the best player was Garrett Cole.
But again, it's hard to compare. Garrett Cole's the only one I'll give you that's arguable. Garrett Cole's the only one I'll give you that's arguable.
Well, what's it called? Maybe
John
like
Carlos Stanton.
I mean Stanton. Maybe
Stanton's like I feel like Stanton's like he definitely could be in the mix, but I do think Stanton's like kind of having a little bit of a down yet, but then Adam question marks because he's an all-star, he's an all-star MVP.
Adam, how about Joey Gallo? Adam, how about Joey Gallo?
Oh, we're not even. Can we please not talk about Joey Gallo anymore? Can we please not talk about Joey Gallo anymore?
Hey guys,
bro, Joey Gallo's
better than Aaron Judge?
Right. Bro, Joey Gallo is the best.
I gave it to him with a straight face.
Right.
Adam, isn't Joey Gallo better than Aaron Judge? I gave it to him with a straight face.
All right, good.
I gave it.
If we were trying to be serious, that would have been a one-way ticket to the waiting room. All right, Michael. All right. But Michael, Marcellus, did you have anything you want to talk about here? We spent so much time talking about the Yankees that we forgot to get to the Mets. We do have one more Yankee story here. Marcellus, did you want us to get this one Yankee story out of the way, and then we'll go to the Mets really quickly?
He fell asleep.
I'll talk about them Yankees, man. Bring them brooms up.
All right. We'll finish off the Yankees. Says that, guys, did you hear? The Yankees need a trade.
Finally, they do something right in Yankee land.
Yankees acquired Andrew Benintendi from Chris's Kansas City Royals. They acquired the all-star outfielder for You guys want to hear what they gave up for Andrew Benintendi? Let me talk about Andrew Benintendi really quickly here. Like love the pickup, really, really solid player, great contact bat, not hitting for nearly as much power as he used to, but I do think, which is weird, he's normally a double-digit home run. He's normally he'll normally give you 10, 20 homers a year, but this year he only has 3. But I do think Yankees team with a short porch will help out the issues. Gold Glove cover for he was the Gold Glove left fielder last year, and overall a really solid player, left-handed hitter. So I love pickup. And you know what the Yankees got to get him? You know what the Yankees have to get him? 3 single A pitchers. The highest was ranked according to what MLB Pipeline Baseball America was their 19th best prospect. So they gave up at best their 19th, their 20th, to 21st best prospects in order to get an all-star outfielder. So yeah, love picking up Benintendi. It really after the Yankees got walk off by the Mets. Seeing that they immediately made the move Benintendi, that really brightened my spirit. That really brightened my spirit. So this is a guy that I really feel like he's really gonna help. See, I just love the Benintendi pickup. Now, do I think the Yankees are done? Absolutely not. They cannot be done. They still need to get some big moves. Again, they need to get a starting pitcher. Luis Castillo or Luis Castillo should be at the top list. If not Luis Castillo, then maybe someone from. I forget the guy from Oakland's name. I forget the guy from Miami's name. If I remember that, I'll mention them. But forgive me there. They could use if they could find an upgraded shortstop. I've heard with the Marcellus, Joey Wendell I think would be a really, really great option. They need help in the bullpen. Maybe a reunion with David Robinson. Who knows on that front, but the Yankees they cannot be done. They can't be done. They need to bring in some new reinforcements by August 2nd. They need to still have. By August 2nd, the Yankees still need to have made at the very least one more big impactful move. At the very least one, if not more. All right, so I'll really quickly give the floor to Sam and Michael here. What did you think about what did you think about the Benintendi pickup, and B, do you agree with my statement that the Yankees they can't be done? They need to get more.
Yeah, the Yankees can't be done. They need to get more. And here's the thing, it's a good pickup, but it's a pickup that was unnecessary.
Honestly, it is what it is.
Because here's the thing, they needed a Gallo replacement. This move, Gallo's all but gone. I'd be shocked if he's a Yankee, come August 2nd. Sorry, guys, go ahead. Michael, go ahead.
I don't know the guy well, but it's a good pick. It's a good pick.
Yeah, he was with the Red Sox for a while. He helped them win the World Series in 2018. So he has a World Series championship ring on his finger. He has the playoff experience. So
I think that was a good trade for you.
Yeah, I love the trade. Sorry, Sam, what were you saying? Go ahead.
I was just saying before how it's a decent pickup, but it was just one that was kind of unnecessary. I get you need to get rid of Joey Gallo, but again, you could have just done that with a designated hitter. It still doesn't fix our problem, in my opinion, with the second baseman, because the second baseman issue is kind of still going on. So yeah,
I mean, Gleyber Torres is fine at second base. He literally had that big home run. He's really had a bounce back season. But go ahead.
I mean, he's had a bounce back season, but Am I thinking of the wrong position? I think of the wrong position.
Yeah, shortstop.
That's what I'm thinking of. My bad.
Yeah,
shortstop. Shortstop. That's where we really need to look for people. That's our main position we really need to look for.
Yeah.
Not second base. My bad. Our second baseman's good. I'm not sure what I was smoking for a second. But outfield, I feel like we're fine. Because if you really want to get rid of someone, you want to get rid of Joey Gallo in the batter's lineup, you could have just done a designated hitter. So you could have just done that. but it's not a bad pickup. It's a good pickup. Just you obviously need to do more.
Yeah, if we first say a safe, man, I'm higher Benintendi than you are, but if we could say that it's a great pickup, but they need more. All right, Marcellus, we're sorry for holding you up here. Talk about the Mets. You just swept the Yankees, so how are you feeling right now, buddy? How are you feeling?
I feel like a ray of sunshine, man. It's about time. It's about time we swept them Yankees, man. Bring the brooms out. Nah, but I mean, honestly though, I really didn't think we were gonna do that to you guys. So
the moment we lost the first game, because I said before with the pitching matchup of Domingo Fuckboy Armand versus Max Scherzer, I'm like, yeah, we're not winning this. The minute they lost the first game, I'm like, yeah, we're getting swept.
Wait, Adam. I'm sorry. I just need to hear that again. Did you say as soon as the Mets brought out Domingo the Fuckboy?
Yeah, it's my nickname, Fuckboy.
So they have a fuckboy on their team. That's interesting.
You know why I call him Fuckboy, right?
Dare to ask the question, but no, Adam. Why do you call him
I don't
fuckboy?
want to get the whole thing. Just look up his name, Domingo Ramon. Look up his Wikipedia page. You'll know why.
It's because he fucks, please. He fucks little boys.
No. Not that fucked up.
He fucks little boys.
Again, not that fucked up.
I'm gonna be intrigued.
This conversation just went dark real fast, all right?
I'm gonna have a real fun research topic now.
Like saying like Kevin Durant was a top 10 player.
I never said Kevin Durant was the top 10 player. Go find audio of me saying that. I never said it.
Sam?
Kevin Durant's not a top 20 player, let's be real.
You said he was a top 10 player on the show, Adam, as God is my witness.
Did I ever go? If you can find if you can find audio of me saying that, I will give you what should I do? What award should I give him?
I mean, Adam, you already have to complete my dare. Are you sure you want to do this?
Oh shit!
That's rough, buddy. Your mic is muted.
Damn, didn't he say that on the show?
I think he did. I'm not sure.
KD was better than D Wade, which was blasphemy. Marcellus.
Yeah.
Didn't he say that KD was better than D Wade?
I did.
He did.
That was just blasphemy.
Marcellus, who's better, KD or D Wade?
Marcellus, be careful what answer you say.
I mean, it's kind of hard to say because we know what D Wade was, what he was doing. For a minute, that's probably top 5 shooting guard all time.
I mean, let's be real.
Also, top, I'd say at least top 5 as well. So, it's really kind of hard to answer that.
I mean, let's be real though. Even Moses Malone, Moses Malone is better than Kevin Durant. So, I'd have Moses Malone and Dr. Julius Erving over Kevin Durant.
Dr. J, I'll give you.
Moses Malone? Have you even seen Moses Malone? The original double-double machine. Adam, you don't know basketball. Just stick to baseball, please. Let me, Sam, and Marcellus do basketball. You're blasted. Adam, And you also said that LeBron James isn't better than Kareem. I wanted to smack the dog shit out of you when you said that. I told my uncles that are basketball fans that you said that. They laughed at that. I told every basketball fan I know, and they laughed at you for saying that Kobe isn't top 5 when you said that. I wanted to smack you for saying that.
Adam. No, I'm about to make you leave your seat, Adam.
Go ahead. Okay, here we go.
Because I really do mean this.
And Kobe is way better than Kevin Durant. Let's be real. Thank you.
I'll give you that. I'll take Kobe over Kevin Durant.
Okay, you ain't stupid. Okay, good.
I would rather have, and I'm being serious when I say this, I would rather have every day Jerry West over Kevin Durant.
100%. You got to have the logo.
I don't hate that. I don't think that's blasphemous.
Adam,
Okay.
This may be blasphemous. I'd rather have Dennis Rodman over Kevin Durant.
You're getting there.
I said I'd rather have Dennis Rodman than over Kevin Durant.
I can't do that.
Rodman was an end-time defensive rebound.
Here's what I'll say. I don't like it, but I respect it. That's what I'll say.
And Mike, that's a little bit of a stretch.
No, you
That's
guys seen Dennis Rodman play. You guys haven't seen Dennis Rodman play.
That's like saying
10-time rebounding champion, 5-time NBA champion.
All right.
Dennis Rodman is way better than Draymond Green. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Okay,
Draymond Green easily. Better than Green easily.
What about Scottie Pippen?
Oh, Scottie is better than KD.
Wait, you did not say you would take Scottie over KD.
Scottie over KD 100%.
That crossed the line.
Sam, please tell this fool you'll take Scottie over KD.
Well, no, you know what I find funny, Mike? You said he would rather have Dennis Rodman over Kevin Durant. Doesn't leave.
Peeks you here. Michael Cunningham just said he would take Scottie Pippen over Kevin Durant.
I like how
Michael Cunningham
but I said Scottie Pippen. Dennis Rodman was not better than Scottie Pippen. Let's just be real. And I said Dennis Rodman. I said Dennis Rodman. No problem. When I say Scottie Pippen, you have a problem. That's how I know you don't know basketball. You just proved my point.
Yeah, Adam. Scottie Pippen's better than Dennis Rodman by a lot. And
That's how I know you don't know basketball.
That's like, when can I talk Phillies? You want to know why? Ox, you want to know when you can talk Phillies?
And I'm going to say
because these guys here, we're trying to talk Mets, we're trying to give Marcellus here a little bit of time to experience the glory of his Mets finally sweeping the Yankees. This is his glory. What do these guys do? They have to rant about Kevin Durant. God damn it.
Adam, if you want, we can start ranting about Kyler Murray being a top 4 quarterback.
Kyler Murray
we'll rant about that later on in the show.
Adam, I would say this: Kyler Murray, top 3 quarterback, top 4 quarterback in the league. Thank you.
You see what I mean? Pikachu says I need to get new co-hosts.
Hey, me and Sam say fuck Pikachu. Thank you.
Actually, Adam, I'm actually gonna be maybe a little blasphemous, but I think I would take Kyler Murray as a top 3 quarterback over Brady.
He's about to have a stroke.
I'm tempted right now to end the Zoom.
Hey, Adam, you know who sucks?
Who sucks?
Brian Cashman.
Well, I mean, that's known, so.
Okay, you know who also sucks?
Who?
Josh Allen.
Alex Rodriguez.
Okay, you've seen Yankees now.
We're going to talk about A-Rod later on, but Marcellus, I am so sorry. We're trying to talk Mets here. But these guys had to completely interrupt you. So I'm sorry, Marcellus. Sorry.
In the brain.
What about my Mets?
I mean, I mean, I feel like the Mets right now, it was such a huge sweep. It was such a sweep. It was such a huge sweep. But one thing that does worry about the Mets is the Braves. They're hot.
Yeah, I know.
Where do you stand with that with the Braves?
Braves are always. I mean, they're always going to be a problem. So it doesn't really surprise me. I see they got their little hot streak going on right now, but I'm not worried. You see what my guys are doing. I got faith in my guys. I wasn't able to talk about my Mets for a couple of years again. I think the last time I could was 2015, 16. So I'm with it. I'm excited to see where we go. I mean, I'm hoping that we can get Contreras at least. We need a catcher. I was hoping we could get Bell, but I don't know if we're going to. But don't know if you guys heard. It said Ohtani. They're making calls for Ohtani, so we'll see. But I don't know if he's gonna really get traded though. But no, Billy Epler did make that call. And he's the one that brought Ohtani to the Angels. So that's just something to keep in mind. But I do like that Tyler Naquin pickup too. I mean, I think that's pretty solid. I don't know what he's done recently, but should be all right.
Oh yeah, they did make a big trade. They got Tyler Naquin, outfielder, and Philip Dell from the Reds for 2 prospects. Those are 2 solid pickups. I mean, I also look more at let me take a look at Tyler's numbers here. I mean, Tyler Naquin is all right, but I don't think Tyler Naquin is like the solution because he's just an okay player. Right? He's just an okay player. Like his numbers are okay. Like shoot like 40 something average, 7 home runs, like 749 OPS. So it's okay. And Philip Dell again, I'll look at his numbers, but yeah, that should be some help in the bullpen for you guys. But similar to what I said about the Yankees, like I just don't think that this team needs. I don't think this can be like your last deal. I don't think this can be your last. I think you need to go out there and add one more impact back. You know who I think would be a really great fit for you guys. Honestly, you can pretty much have your infield set, but I think you guys could use some help in the outfield. You know who I think would be a great fit for you guys? Ian Happ of the Chicago White Sox. White Sox, they're obviously going to sell. There's a lot of rumors that they may be selling guys like Ian Happ, who has after this year, 1 year left on his deal. I feel like Ian Happ, switch hitter, can play left field, has a lot of pop to his game. I really feel like Ian Happ is the guy that you really should go after. All right, so Marcellus, any final thoughts on the Mets?
I said everything I needed to.
All right, so we're postponing the hot take a little bit here, but we got 2 more things to get to. Yeah, I can't believe 2 more things, but the first thing we're gonna try and get us out real quickly. Alex, talk about the Phillies a bit. What happened against the Pirates? We're 8-0 against the lowly Pittsburgh Pirates, and then you almost blew it. What happened there?
First off, hats off to Zach Wheeler for a spectacular start in the first couple of innings. And then late in the game, the Phillies fell apart rather fast. Their bullpen put it in a nutshell, which they almost blew it. They led 8-6 at one point, and gave up another one and made it 8-7. And there's one thing that I would definitely want to happen is to get rid of Julius Familia. He is atrocious. He is just outrageously pathetic. He can't do shit. It's really pathetic to watch. And in last night's game really showed how pathetic he really is, and he needs to get DFA'd no matter what. And I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that by next Wednesday, this bullpen will look a lot sharper than it was from yesterday, and they just got to keep winning games, or no matter how ugly it will get at some games. And I just feel like if they keep on making these dumb mistakes later in the games, it's going to be an ugly scene. And I'm really I really feel bad for Zach Guido because he pitched a terrific game last night, but it's the freaking bullpen that sucks, and the Phillies can't do anything about it until the deadline hits. But they just gotta get going and get whatever they need to have a much controllable bullpen in the months to come, and especially down the road when September hits. It's going to be really crucial to get the last wild card spot, which as of now they are tied for. I think they are tied with I think it's St. Louis. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm pretty sure it's how St. Louis. But yeah, I definitely think you guys need to be active at this deadline as well. I definitely think you guys need to add a starting pitcher, whether it be that would be Luis Castillo, whether it be someone else. You guys need to add a starting pitcher desperately.
Yeah, I mean, there's been talks about adding some outfield help.
I mean, outfield help would help too. I mean, again, Ian Happ, I just like I said from Ian Happ would be a great addition too. But I feel like starting pitch. If I had to choose between starting pitching and the outfield, I think starting pitching it would be the guy. Frank Montes, I believe, is the guy that's on the market.
I think bullpen is the number one priority.
Bullpen too. I feel like pitching should be a priority. Add a starter, add a bullpen, if you can, add an outfielder, then that should be your goal this trade deadline.
Yeah, they just gotta take at least 3 games from Pittsburgh, and I'll be all right with that.
Definitely. All right, guys, we're almost guys. We're almost there. We're almost at the hot take. But before we do, really quickly, we're gonna quickly review. Aside from more of our review of Derek Jeter documentary Captain. Now, both episodes 2 and episodes 4 aired this Thursday, but for the sake of keeping this episode at a somewhat reasonable emphasis on somewhat that and we will save episode 4 for next episode just for the sake of continuity. So we're only reviewing episode 3 today, and episode 4 we'll review on next episode. So this episode reviewing episode 3, and the next episode we'll review episode 4. So really quick review. We're gonna make this really quick. A couple of takeaways from episode 3. Number one, I love how much of a I don't want to say I love, but I found it intriguing how much of a dick Chad Curtis was to Derek Jeter. Because apparently, apparently one thing he did was Derek Jeter would play hip hop music in the locker room, I believe after wins and stuff, or I don't know if it was just after. I believe it was just after wins. I'll have to rewatch, but apparently he did. And Chad Curtis got in his face. A's, Chad Curtis, Blake's also Chad Curtis is a total dick to Derek Jeter. Let's put it that way. Chad Curtis is a total dick. I found it interesting, and he said before. He said before, I think Derek Jeter said best. Like, we don't have to be like best friends as long as you're committed to winning. I don't really care. And I think it really says a lot that the fact that Derek Jeter didn't allow Chad Curtis that I would feel like it was foreshadowing of the future that item within Chad Curtis's life. Again, Sam, we're not gonna mention the details here, but again, you can look it up. Look up what happened to Chad Curtis after his playing games.
Yep.
You know, right?
I already know the vibe. I don't even want to talk about him.
Okay, all right, don't tell Sam.
And let's talk about how big of a prick Kurt Schilling is.
Kurt Schilling. That's not until episode 4. We'll talk about Kurt Schilling then. But another that was my first takeaway from this episode. Another takeaway from this episode was,
and let's talk about how Roger Clemens was a D-bag too.
Oh, thank you. But you know what, Michael, the floor is yours. Talk about how Roger Clemens was a D-bag.
It was such a D-bag. He used to flirt people. Like, Roger Clemens had hatred for people. Like, he begged the ball at Mike Piazza. Like, being mad at him. Like, I love it. Don't get me wrong. You ain't on my team. I ain't going to root for you. But when we got him, like, my dad cannot stand 2 players in MLB. Roger Clemens. He didn't like Roger Clemens, and he didn't like Alex Rodriguez. 2 players he never liked. But once we got my main man, Roger Clemens, I liked him. You know what I'm saying? He was the reason how we got 2 back-to-back championships. Like, him being our ace for the last 4 years. But let me ask you a question. Do you think Roger Clemens is probably the best pitcher that the Yankees ever had in MLB history?
Who, Roger Clemens?
Yeah. Excuse me, let me be more specific. The best starting pitcher they ever had.
The best starting pitcher?
Yeah.
They ever had? No, I would still take Whitey Ford.
My top 3 best Yankee starting pitchers: Whitey Ford, Pettit, and Clemens, and Catfish Hunter. Best setup, man, is probably Ron Guidry.
Yeah, I take Whitey Ford. I take Whitey Ford as like the best.
I like how Sam just left the call. What a D-bag. I like how he just left.
Yeah. All right. I had one final takeaway from the episode.
Who's doing the hot take, Adam?
No. One final takeaway from episode 3 of the Captain. It's like, and trust me, we're gonna get into this later in future episodes. Like the beef between Derek Jeter and Alex Rodriguez. I heard for a while, and I didn't think this shit. That apparently Derek Jeter was the reason for A-Rod and Jeter falling out. Looking back on it, that was 100% out. That was I would say 100% because we can't say 100% yet because we don't know, because we're still not all finished through the documentary. But at least right now, at least for the beginning of it was 100% Alex Rodriguez's fault, man. He went on there and he basically trash talked there, just saying, "Oh, I'm the better player." Jeter had to rely on other players to win World Series championships. Look at my numbers, I'm better. He basically was out there trash talking his best friend, and now that I look back on it, I can understand why Derek Jeter. I can definitely understand why Derek Jeter would look at A-Rod and be like, "You son of a bitch!" I've been nice to you. I've been your friend. I've been your friend. For all this time, and this is how you repay me. So, yeah, Michael, did you have any thoughts on that? Michael Cunningham.
You nailed it in the head, brother.
Okay, thank you. So, Michael, do you have any final takeaways from episode 3? All right, so yeah, really short episode. We really wish you could get more into this, but we're pressed for time here. So, Alex, just so you know, Alex, we are done. We are now done with the episode 3. So we're done with episode 3. But guys, you know what time it is?
Tour time.
It's time for the hot take of the episode. So unfortunately, Sam had to leave early. Unfortunately, Sam had to leave early because he's got work early tomorrow morning. So that means it's gonna be one of 4 people here. The wheels reset. Everyone's names back on the wheels. It's gonna be either me, Alex, Marcellus, or Michael.
I went last week, crazy.
Yeah, you went last week, but guess what? Now the wheel resets me. Your name is back on the wheel, and you could go. It doesn't mean you're guaranteed to go, but you
If
could.
I don't, I refuse my offer. Let's
well then guess what? You have all I have to do is I'll say you, Michael, is that pray your name doesn't land on a wheel. All right.
All right.
But guys, are you ready to spin? Marcellus, are you ready to spin for me to spin?
Yeah, go ahead, spin.
Alex, are you ready for me to spin?
Yes.
Here we go. The wheel spinning starting now. The hot take of episode 105 will be done by Michael Cunningham.
Oh crap! This is bull. I don't even have a hot take. I really don't.
Guess what, Michael? You gotta think of one fast. You're up.
I'm gonna defer my hot take.
You're gonna defer your hot take. Guess what, Michael? If you could out of this, you can defer your hot take, but it's an automatic L.
Who said that?
You can defer your hot take, but it's an automatic L.
Never been part of the rules, Adam. You're just making up crap.
That's part of the rules.
I didn't vote for that. I'm using my vice
We
president.
still can't hear you.
First of all, we did not say that.
Okay, then you just have no hot take. Just have no hot take. We'll all vote no. I can guarantee you, all of us will vote no.
Because I went already, I shouldn't have to go. But I'll go. My hot take is why Adam is a jackass. Ready?
I'll say go ahead. Go ahead. I want to hear about this. Go ahead.
Let's see. He has terrible taste in basketball teams. He said that Kevin Durant was better than D-Wade, which was a bullcrap lie. No offense, but
no, it's the truth.
No, it wasn't. Even though D-Wade had more scoring titles and have more championships and an NBA Finals MVP for Kevin Durant did, and he makes his team
Kevin
better.
Durant should have been NBA Finals MVPs.
Because KD doesn't make his team better. He tried out with Westbrook. That didn't happen. He went to the Warriors. He didn't make them better. They were already a better team without him. They proved their point.
Wait, hold on. Actually, you know what? I have an idea. How about this? I have a little proposal here. This is something that I was going to do for my hot take. But here's the thing. I'll go this time, but here's the thing.
No, I'll go. I'm going to be joking. I got my real hot take.
Okay. Just so you know, it would have been a debate. I would have challenged you to a debate.
My debate is
what's your hot take?
My D-Wade is better than Kevin Durant. That's my real.
All right, you Dwayne Wade is better than Kevin Durant. All right, back it up.
Here's why I say D-Wade is better than Kevin Durant. D-Wade has always been loyal to every team he's been on. Kevin Durant gives up on every team he goes on. Let's be real. Jordan never gave up. Kobe never gave up. D-Wade stayed with the Heat, and he went back to the Heat after he came to Cleveland. he's a loyal player to his fan base. KD has no loyalty. He's the biggest snake in the playoffs. Here's why I say that. You're down. You're up 3-2 in the Western Conference Finals, and you get beat by the Warriors. However, that same offseason, you tell people, I will be back. We will be back, and we're going to run it again. And then you go to the team that beats you in the Western Conference Finals and win the finals. That's a snake way. That's a sucker's move. That's like when Will Smith smacked Chris Rock at the Oscars. It's a sucker move. It's bad. It's bad for basketball. My dad said that KD is not even better than D Wade. Adam, this man's been known basketball for over 50 years of existence. But all seriousness, D Wade is a better team leader, better player, more coachable than Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, at least D Wade makes like how he made LeBron better as a leader when they won that championship. He never had that will factor with Russell Westbrook. But however, you can't play with Kyrie. You can't win a championship with Kyrie. He can't. He has to. The only reason why he's that good because he was good in Texas. You know what I mean, Adam?
Yeah.
He was great with the OKC, but he couldn't win with them. And then he had to go to a team that beats him in the Western Conference Finals to win his championship. I was not even a credit. I was a heavy credit when LeBron did it with the Heat. At least LeBron did it with his friends. You did it with your enemies to win your championship. That's like me and you playing for Banyan, and I go to ECLC to win a championship. You know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
That's like me and Alex at TCNJ. That's like me going to Rowan to win a championship. That's like Marcellus playing for the Mets, and he goes to the Yankees to win a championship. You guys get my drift. That's why I don't like Kevin Durant as a player. He's a snake in the grass. He doesn't know what he wants. He has no loyalty. He has no heart, no desire to win. You want to go to Brooklyn and be the big star. Okay, cool. You can't win them in Brooklyn. You get James Harden. You guys couldn't put it together. You guys get Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons don't even want to play. And he got booed out of Philly. That's the end of my hot take. There you go.
All right. I had a question here. You had me until you mentioned the Nets stuff. Like, aside from him asking out, like, the Nets failures, like, how have they necessarily been Kevin Durant's fault?
Majority is his fault.
How's it been the majority of his fault?
Adam,
is it his fault that Kyrie ever didn't want to get the vaccine?
In Brooklyn, you're the star in Brooklyn.
Is it his fault that James Harden wanted out?
Adam, let me explain. You recruited him to come to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And you know this as much as I do. If you're the big star in New York, and you're the best player on that team, where's the blame going to go?
The blame's gonna go to
on Kevin Durant because he's the mega star on the team and he's their captain.
Well, I feel like that's unfair. So just because he's the best player, that means everything bad happens is his fault.
Adam, it's like Aaron Judge. If Aaron Judge doesn't make the Yankees better, who are you gonna blame? John Carlos Stanton or Aaron Judge?
Well, it's not performing. If Aaron Judge performs, like, so basically what you're saying, Aaron Judge is performing, but John Carlos Stanton isn't, that's Aaron Judge's fault?
Adam, I'm the best player in the world, claiming I'm the best player in the world, and I am the best player in the world, and I recruit you, and you're the second best player to come play with me, and we don't make it to the playoffs. Who is the blame going to go on? Me or you? And I was doing everything well, and you didn't perform in the playoffs that well. Who are you going to blame? The star player? Am I right, big guy? They're going to blame that star player.
The only thing you could really get on Kevin Durant was him performing awful against the Celtics, which I agree he was awful.
He was awful.
But to act like the entire everything that's bad happens to this is like all Kevin Durant's fault, I feel like that's what it's out. If you want to say you got to perform, could have done more to maybe could have done more to convince Kyrie to get the vaccine. All right, maybe you have a point there, but what could he have done to help asking James Harden to stay? Like, James Harden wanted out. It was simple as that. James Harden wanted out. I don't understand how you can blame Kevin Durant for that. So
yeah, but because
Michael, I was honestly this close to approving it, but once you got to the Nets part, you started being Kevin Durant for like what's going on with the Nets, that just went back right now. So you know what? Sorry, Michael, I'm disapproving.
All right, you fake, but okay, I still love you.
All right, who wants to go next?
Marcellus.
All right, Sam just said he approves. Just said he's approved. So it's tied 1-1. So you need two more votes for an approval. You need 2 more yes votes for an approval. Remember, if it's a tie, it's a loss.
There's no ties.
If there's a tie, it's a loss.
That's bull, and you know it. Because I can use my dad as the tiebreaker to break the tie because he's on our production team, so I can use that as a vote.
We'll think about it. You may not even get to that point. Marcellus, do you have your verdict in?
I gotta disapprove because
blood is thicker than water. I will remember that when you said something about.
I gotta disapprove, man. I can't even lie.
That's cold.
All right,
Alex.
Marcellus, you smart.
Alex, friendship and fun, my boy.
Right.
Friendship
and
fun.
Alex, you're up.
I approve.
Thank you, Alex. That's what I'm talking about. That is real friendship. Real friendship, Adam.
But guess what, Michael? It's a tie. So as you said before, ties vote no. So sorry, Michael. However, your hot take has been disapproved.
Well, Adam, you can't say that ties vote. Here's the thing: we could ask Chris or my dad to take Chris's spot. My dad said
we've made official that ties are officially losses. Go look back to the archives. We officially said it.
We did not say that. You can't use your presidency. I'm going to use my hot take vote since I'm the vice president of this podcast. And I say I approve. And I approve.
Michael, your hot takes been disapproved. Go cry in a river.
I will because Adam is biased. You have it against me, Adam. You have it against me because all the times I had a hot takes against you. That's why you hate it. You a hater, a dirty, rotten hater, my boy.
You are literally saying that right now that Dwayne Wade, who like God bless him, he's not better than Kevin Durant. I'm sorry.
He is way better than Kevin Durant.
He's not way better than Kevin Durant. You're trying to make a blasphemous hot take, and you know what? You almost got away with it. Like, wait, here's the thing. Once again, when you guys do blasphemous hot takes, you get away with it. Like Marcellus say Chris Paul was all favorite. That got approved. You right now try to say that Dwayne Wade was better than Kevin Durant, and you almost got away with it. But again, when I have LeBron James, one amazing spot. Like we can all agree, the consensus is LeBron James is the second greatest player of all time, right? That's a consensus.
You said he was top 3. You said he was
the consensus is he's the second greatest player of all time, right?
Third, but Kobe is. But okay, we'll agree to disagree.
But as I have him one little amazing spot. One little amazing spot below where the consensus is. Just one little amazing spot, and y'all freak out. And that is why I was so tempted to, quit the show. And you know what? That is why I am tempted right now. Before Michael's hot take got disapproved, I was tempted to file a lawsuit. But you know what? Now as Michael's hot take has gotten disapproved, you know what? I'll say this right now, Michael. For now, at least, I am dropping my lawsuit.
You screwed me because Marcellus had your back. Marcel, you screwed me because you screwed me, baby. I got screwed by old family. I got screwed by blood. Shame.
All right, guys. Speaking of Kevin Durant,
I'm going on hiatus. I quit. I need a breather.
Okay, go ahead and quit. I don't care. But guys, speaking
I got a
of
lawyer. I will sue you for everything you're worth.
A lawyer, right? The court will. I sue you for everything you got.
Dang right, I will. Yeah, because I am an evil genius and I'm the mastermind.
All right, guys. Speaking of Kevin Durant, do you guys hear the latest Kevin Durant story? Apparently, the Boston Celtics tried to make a trade for Kevin Durant. You know what the trade package included? Jaylen Brown. Celtics offered Jaylen Brown and picks, like what, how many first-round picks? But all I know is that it wasn't nearly enough picks, so the Nets disapproved. So the Nets turned down a trade. And here's my take on it. Here's my take on this, guys. Here's my take on this. Right now, like the only way I would even consider trading Kevin Durant like up to the Celtics is if the Celtics gave me Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, and like 4 first-round picks, which again the Celtics are not giving up. The Celtics are not giving up, and here's why. Here's like I would maybe lower my asking price right now. I might back up my asking price a little bit. It was for this. Right now, it's looking like Kyrie Irving's staying. Right now, it looks like Kyrie Irving is going to be staying in Brooklyn. And did you guys see what Jalen Rose said on ESPN? I think it was Get Up, right? Did you guys see what Jalen Rose said? Jalen Rose said that, yeah, he made a great point. If the Nets came out and offered Kyrie Irving a max extension, he would take it. I truly believe that there's at least on paper, there's no place that Kyrie Irving would rather be than Brooklyn. You know, it's his hometown team. It's a team he grew up rooting for. You know, like Kyrie Irving, I truly believe in his heart wants to remain in that. The reason why, like, he was going through, I feel like he was going through all that was the fact that he was and like I'll go the only reason I put that is because like he wanted like that max deal when he saw that no one else was giving to him, you know, he like also designed the opportunity to his player option. Like all this stuff was leverage play. But like you agree, Jay Rose said that if the Nets offered Kyrie Irving a max deal, he would take it. Like I truly believe that he wants to remain in Brooklyn. I think all this not just him wanting to leave, it's just him like trying to get like that max deal.
I don't think they're gonna give him that max deal, but I think he can get that max deal.
And it's like who's giving it to him though?
Because he's
right now.
I think he deserves the max deal, honestly.
At least I think wise he deserves a max deal, but here's the thing: can you rely on him to stay on the court? Can you rely on him to be available? He's showing you that he can do available. Like if I'm Sean Marks right now, I would put on the table right now a 4-year max contract offer. I would say, you know what, you want it, go out there and play 70 games. Go out there and play go show us that you can be available. Go show us, go Buffalo and show us that you can be available. And you know what, if you ball out and you help this team win a chip, it's yours. But yeah, and that's why unless like our Red watch out, it makes no sense to trade Kevin Durant. It makes no sense because both of them came here together and both of them want I believe said they want to win a chip, in Brooklyn. So if Kevin Durant knows that Kyrie Irving is staying, then why would Kevin Durant want out?
Good question, my boy.
That's like this Kevin Durant trade saga is getting more and more confusing by the second. Like, because I heard reports that apparently, that I've heard, which I personally don't believe this is the case. Like, I personally believe like Kevin Durant wants Kyrie Durant Brooklyn. Like, I've heard some people say that, oh, Kevin Durant wants out because he doesn't want to play Kyrie anymore. I don't believe that because here's the thing: if the Nets, if the Nets chose if this decided to choose Kyrie over KD, then Sean Marks should be fired on the spot. Like that is franchise malpractice to choose Kyrie over Kevin Durant. That would be franchise malpractice. So I personally don't believe that for a second. So yeah, just I just want to ask you, Michael. With this report about Kevin Durant, about apparently the Celtics made an offer to Kevin Durant, but it turned down. I want to ask you about this Kevin Durant saga and this trade saga. What's going on here? Help me understand all this.
He clearly said he wants out of Brooklyn. There's no secret. He wants out of Brooklyn. And me and my dad were talking about it the other day, like, where would he go? And we said the same thing about Kyrie. I could see Kevin Durant going to Miami, but he wants to play in Miami, he said, or Toronto. That's what he said.
Yeah, but it's saying like neither Toronto nor Kevin Durant, not neither Toronto nor Miami are giving Brooklyn the assets that they seek in for Kevin Durant trade.
Like the Raptors, I mean the Heat wanted to give up Kyle Lowry and half the rotation to get KD and a couple of draft picks.
Yeah, if I'm if I'm trading Kevin Durant to the Heat, it starts with Bam Adebayo.
It starts with Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, and then you need to throw in like Tyler Hero and like some draft picks.
Kyle Lowry's still a great point guard.
Yeah, I mean Kyle Lowry, he's still a great point guard, but
probably top 15 point guard.
I would like to get younger, and I would personally rather have the younger player in Tyler Hero. But here's the thing. Like, you say Kevin Durant wants out. Like, maybe he wanted out back then because he wasn't. And this that Kyrie was committed, but now Kyrie's looking like he wants to be a net. You know, if you're Kevin Durant, you look at elsewhere. Like, you either go somewhere else. Obviously, that team is not going to be nearly as good. Like, because they're going to give up major assets to get you. Or you could run back to Nets and you have Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, you know, Steph Curry, Joe Harris, Patty Mills, like Nicholas Claxton, you know. Honestly, name a better name what team that Kevin Durant can get traded to that would give him a better chance to win in the Nets. Name the team that would give him a better chance to win than the Nets that he could get traded to.
I could say if he gets traded to the Heat, he could probably win something in Miami.
But here's the thing that basically the Heat would have to give up, like I said, like Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, and would it?
But I think they could still win with Jimmy Butler and KD. I can see them winning. Jimmy Butler will put KD in his place. Let's just be real.
Okay. Let's say this. Let's say this. Subtract Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo from the Heat and insert Kevin Durant. Which roster would you like better? A roster of Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons and Kyle Lowry, and the rest of the Heat players, or would you rather have Kevin Durant with Ben Simmons, Kyrie Irving, and all Nets players?
Let's just be real. Ben Simmons hasn't played basketball in a year and a half. That's the only thing I'm worried about. If I was Sean Marks,
yeah,
your boy.
That's the thing. I'm not. Obviously, I'm worried about getting like Ben Simmons on the court, but a lot of people are like, but a lot of people are saying like, oh, Ben Simmons and Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, like they were. Can I see them play together? Can I at least see them play?
It's not. They're not going to do well. They're not going to do well together. I'm going to say it's real. They ain't going to do well.
But again, how can you say? Can I at least see them play together first before we make any type of like judgment? Can I at least see them all three of them together on court for I don't know, like at least a good portion of the regular season?
We shall see, young grasshopper. We shall see.
We shall see, young grasshopper.
Namaste.
All right.
Let's wrap it up.
Marcellus, we gotta bring you in here. We gotta bring you in here. What are your thoughts on this Kevin Durant Celtics thing?
I mean, from the Celtics standpoint, if you got a chance to get Kevin Durant, I mean, you can't pass that up.
Here's the thing, though. Let me ask you this: if you're a Celtics, would you trade a boatload of draft picks, Mark Smart, and Jaylen Brown for Kevin Durant?
They want Rob Will too, apparently.
Yeah. If I'm getting like Jaylen Brown and Mark Smart, I can live with not getting whoever Rob Will. I can live with not getting him.
Yeah, but honestly though, I mean, seems like a halt, but it's Kevin Durant. He's proven. We know what he does. I just feel like you can't pass up an opportunity like that. If you have Tatum and Kevin Durant, like that's just sick. But like Celtics have been, they have faith in this core. I mean, they just made the finals, but
like Jalen Brown's like what, finals. 25, 26. So why would you? And Marcus Smart's like I believe like it's like really young. So why would you blow up on that young core for a 34-year-old Kevin Durant? He might improve your chances to win the immediate future, but why would you blow up a team that just went to the finals? Why would you blow it up just to add Kevin Durant? Yeah. I understand more if Kevin Durant was like younger, but with them like being 34 and maybe you don't know how many years of his prime you have left, which is ultimately why I still think I definitely think like Kevin Durant will ultimately remain like in Brooklyn.
He's gonna stay in Brooklyn.
I think he's gonna stay in Brooklyn at the very least. Until the trade deadline, I would say.
It'll take a while to get a deal done. I feel like
if a deal gets done at all, because let's face it, if the Nets like get off to a hot start and they're like one of the top 4 teams in the East, like is Kevin Durant gonna want out? No, he's not that stupid.
Yeah.
All right, before we get to our best really quickly story here, did you guys hear about this Kyler Murray story?
Yep.
So here we go. Boy, this is juicy. So apparently in Kyler Murray's contract, there was a clause that said that he apparently they are requiring him to study 4 hours a week. They're saying like, yo, if you want to study, you have to study like 4 hours a week. And when I first heard this, Michael, you know what happened? You know what I said?
What did you say?
I said, my co-hosts here are telling me this guy's a top 5 quarterback in the league. And he had the Arizona Cardinals. They have to do this to motivate him to study? They have to do this to motivate him to study? Like, Michael, do we ever hear about concerns about Lamar Jackson, not studying enough? Do we ever hear any concerns about Patrick Mahomes not studying enough, about Tom Brady not studying enough, about Josh Allen not studying enough, about Aaron Rodgers not studying enough? Back in the day, about Peyton Manning stuff like the quarterback, there's the best thing about a quarterback. The quarterback is the guy who every day at practice, like whenever they show up at practice, the first guy to arrive and the last to leave.
Adam,
he should put in more work than every other player. Like
it's out of his contract.
What?
It's out of his contract.
I was about to get to that. I was about to get to that. But let me finish. But I say the quarterback's supposed to put that, and then Kyler Murray came out and he basically said, "Yo, that's bullshit. Like my work ethic, he said it's disrespectful. Like, yo, I don't study film. And then he obviously clapped back at that. And then the Arizona Cardinals removed the Independence Day clause from Kyler Murray's contract. So here's my take on this. Here's my take on this, Michael. I think it's a bad look for Kyler Murray that the Arizona Cardinals had to include this in his contract. I really think he shows if you want to say it's disrespectful, Kyler, fine. You know what? Use that. My message to Kyler would be don't use that as motivation.
When?
Use that as motivation. Like absolutely you should use that as motivation. Like listen to me tell you you're not top 10 quarterback on Kyler Murray and use that as motivation. Go out there and ball. Lead the Cardinals to the Super Bowl. Use this as motivation. That's number one. That's number one. But number two, I think it's an awful look for the Cardinals for even A, including this in his contract, and B, I wouldn't say necessarily including his contract, but most of all, letting this get leaked. I think it's a really bad look that the Arizona Cardinals let this get out there. I really think it's about because honestly, do you guys think they would have pulled this? They would have pulled the clause if no one knew about it. This could have easily been just some minor detail. Like we never really know all the true everything that goes into a contract. I don't think think so. For all we know, so I really think this is bad luck for the Cardinals for making this public. All right, Michael, do you have any thoughts on this?
You nailed it on the head, brother.
All right, Alex, do you have any thoughts on this?
No.
Marcellus, do you have any thoughts on this?
No, I don't.
You're all just tired. Y'all just tired. I can tell. I'm sorry. I just really feel like this Kyle Murray story. It's very interesting. It's very interesting to say the least. I wish we could talk about it more, but you know what? I could read the room. Y'all are tired, so you know what, guys? You know what time it is. It's time right now for our bets of the episode. So to recap last episode, guys, we had 2 winners. Well, I guess who those 2 winners are?
The ringleader.
Yep, you won. You had the Mets over the Yankees on my line in the second game, so you won that bet. You had 6.02 points. And guess who else won?
Chris
won. He had his Royals over the Angels. Chris won. He had his Royals over the Angels. So he had 8.93 points, but I lost. I had the Yankees over the Mets. Foolish bet on my part. Alex had Mariners or Rangers, Dodgers over Nationals. Nationals beat the Dodgers. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Sam had Yankees over Mets in a parlay. He put them to sweep the player. That was foolish on Sam's part. And Michael, you had the Yankees over the Mets, Sky over Liberty, and Sky over Aces. You know what your parlay was, Michael?
What?
A disaster!
How's it a disaster?
Because the Yankees lost. Did the Sky beat the Liberty?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not as much of a disaster as I thought.
Yankees can't win the damn game to save it.
All right. So up there in the standings, it's very, very interesting here, guys. A very interesting standings update here. Marcellus, I got good news for you.
What's the good news?
Not only do you remain our ringleader, for 14-15 record, 161.49 points, but you add another star to your total. You now have 9 stars for first place. You add another star to your total.
Doesn't surprise me. That's what I do.
Shut up.
I like the confidence. Marcellus. I like the confidence. In second place remains Sam Morell. He remains second place. 11-18 record, 194.38 points for 8 stars. But in third place, you guys want to know who's in third place? Chris is in third place. 12-17 record, 120.2 points for 4 stars.
Okay.
Chris is in third place with 4 stars. We have a guy in third place with 4 stars. Wow.
I'm pissed.
We need to step it up, guys. We need to step it up. Especially me. I fall back into out in the 4th place, 11-18 record, 157.21 points to 4 stars. Alex, you were in 5th place, 9-20 record, 163.28 points to 4 stars. And guess what, Michael Cunningham?
I got in last place.
You fall back into last place. 11-18 record, 146.22 points for 2 stars.
I'm coming back. Michael,
remember a couple of episodes ago you asked me if you could call you Mr. Ringleader again?
I'm gonna come back in last.
I have a new nickname for you, Mr. Last Place. You got earned a nickname, Mr. Ringleader, back, Michael. You got earned that nickname back.
All right, Adam, you keep talking all that smack, and I'm gonna come back. Watch. In my alter egos, before the nickname of Big Mike and Murder Mike, my original nickname was called the Comeback Kid. I'm bringing that out of retirement for this season. It's coming back. Better known as the comeback kid.
All right, so
I'm gonna show y'all who the big dog is. Better recognize. I'm gonna go.
All right, so here's my bet. And you know what? I've come up with something juicy today. I've got, guys, I cannot wait to show you this bet of mine. I cannot wait to show you. You know, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not that stupid. So I'm going right back to baseball. And guess what, guys? I'm going right back to my team. And you know what I'm gonna do, guys? You know what I'm gonna do?
What?
I'm gonna do a parlay. I'm gonna take the New York Yankees over I'm gonna take the New York Yankees over the Kansas City Royals tomorrow with Garrett Cole on the mound on the spread. Like, I'm not doing it on the money line. I'm doing it on the spread. And I'm doing a single parlay. I'm gonna get Andrew Benintendi with a hit. Andrew Benintendi's gonna get his first hit as a Yankee on tomorrow. He went hitless today. He didn't have a great game, but you know what? He's not going 2 games out of hit. I'm betting everything. Andrew Benintendi's definitely gonna get a hit tomorrow. So that's my bet. Yankees on the spread and Andrew Benintendi to get a hit.
All right. I'm gonna go next.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Yankees money line.
Are you sure you want to do a spread? Just so you know, if you do the Yankees by itself, Michael, you're not gonna get that many points. So
I'll do
I
the
recommend. Okay.
I'll do the spread.
All right, you're doing a spread. All right, gotcha.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Sky versus the Suns.
All right, you're gonna do a Sky. When is that game? When's that game?
That game is today.
Oh, okay, today. Gotcha.
8:00.
Okay, so Yankees over Royals. Today, right? Friday.
Friday, baby.
Okay, so Yankees over Royals and Sky over Suns. You know what my other bet was that I was tempted to do by a side against Michael?
What?
I was tempted to take the Liberty on Sunday.
Do it. Take it, Adam.
Nah, I'm not
I'll
going
go
to.
head
They're playing the Sky, right? They're playing the Sky, right? No,
I'll go head to head against you. I'll go head to head unless you're scared.
No, I'm not stupid, Michael. I'm not stupid.
Chicken.
I have a brain.
Adam, you are the biggest pussy in America. Go head to head with me unless you're scared.
I'm not scared. I'm just smart. There's a difference.
Pussy. I still love you though.
Okay. All right. So, Alex, you're up.
I'm gonna do a 3-game parlay.
Okay.
All 3 games are tonight.
Okay.
So my first one is Braves money line against the Diamondbacks.
Okay. Got that down.
Tampa Bay money line against Cleveland.
All right. Hold on. All right. Got that down. And your last one?
St. Louis money line against Washington.
All right. St. Louis. Yeah, Nationals. Gotcha. All right. Unfortunately, Sam had to leave early, so we don't have a bet for him. So, what am I gonna give him, guys? What am I gonna give him?
Yankees money line.
I'll give him the Yankees on the spread, but I'll do something different than mine. I want to do something. I want to do something a little different. How this? I'll give him Yankees and. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be that nice to him. How about this? I'll give him Yankee spread and Aaron Judge to get ahead. How about that? All right. That's what we're gonna do. Yankees over Royals spread, Aaron Judge hit. All right, and for Chris's bet, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be mean to Chris right now. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have him go head to head with us. I'm gonna give him the Kansas City Royals. This guy is saying I'll be nice. I'll give it to him on the spread. So I'll give it to him on the spread. No, I'll be even nice. I'll be even nicer than that. I'll give him Kansas City Royals +2 runs. How about that? I'm gonna give him Kansas City Royals alternate spread +2 runs. I'll be extra nice to him. All right, so that's his bet. All right, Mr. Ringleader, Marcellus Murdock, our champion, your first place guy, you're up.
Keep it simple here. I'm gonna just go with the Yankee spread.
Yankee spread, okay. Are you doing any parlays on top of that?
Just keeping it real simple. That's it.
All right, that's it. Gotcha.
You know my strategy.
All right, guys, that's all for our bets, and that's all for this episode. Guys, did you guys see what I posted on our Twitter page? What Nintendo recently announced? Remember how remember when we did our first episode for Get Your Gaming On? We did the Mario Kart thing for the first wave of the DLC.
Yep.
The second wave is coming out August 4th. So I just want to let you guys know. Do we plan on running it back?
Yes.
We plan on running it back August 4th. Excellent. We absolutely plan on running it back. So you guys have a lot to look forward to. We got a lot of content, but we got some specials planned. We got some updates for the Get Your Gaming On channel. It's gonna be fun times are ahead for the Get Your Gaming On podcast. I'm really looking forward to it. All right, guys. Any final thoughts?
Nope.
No final thoughts. Come on, give me something. Give me something to go out on.
Adam's
Do something crazy.
I'm kidding.
What'd you say?
Adam's a dookie head.
Michael, you bendejo. Michael, you a bendejo.
Watch
Oh.
him out.
What?
There was we finally have a football game on next Thursday.
That's right, the Hall of Fame game. That's right, football training camp is officially underway.
Let's go Cowboys to be the new Super Bowl champions of 2023.
Let's go Giants to hopefully not completely suck this year.
Y'all hopeless.
My same thing for Marcellus. Marcellus, let's go Jets. Hope they don't completely suck.
Let's go Jets.
Jets and Cowboys, baby.
Alex, let's go Eagles. Hopefully you guys can win the division.
Adam, take that back.
All right, you're right. I'll take it back. I don't want to give any spoilers away for our upcoming month from now NFL 2022 season predictions. I won't give any spoilers away. And for Sam's Ravens, let's go Ravens. Hopefully they don't choke like they did last year.
How about let's go Mike's Cowboys?
Let's go Chiefs for let's go Chiefs. Hopefully they can recover from the loss of Tyreek Hill. For Chris.
How come I don't get let's go Cowboys? Come on,
Oh wait,
Adam.
I did Eagles. So let's go Cowboys. Hopefully, they don't choke.
Wow, that was no energy at all.
Let's go Cowboys. Hopefully, they don't choke.
Yay. Yay.
Guys, I love this podcast.
I love y'all too.
I love this podcast
This
so
is where we
much.
wrap this show up. On the behalf of Am
Are
Grassani,
you going to do the outro? You do the outro, okay?
on the behalf of Am Grassani, Michael Cunningham, Alexander Rich, Marcellus Murdock, and Sam Morell. And I hope I leave you guys at a preview at the end of the next episode. Till then, stay lit, stay woke, stay well. And this is get your game on. Until then, stay lit, and we're out.